I don't usually talk too much about my day job on here because it contains words that would get me banned, but it starts with we and ends with "ed." And today's paper is an excellent example of how important our endocannabinoid system is. So if you're ahead of the curve, you know that we have an endocannabinoid system that is highly spread across our brains and bodies. But what you might not know is that the first endocannabinoid neurotransmitter discovered, called anandamide, also interacts with our vanilloid system. So much so that it could also be called an endovanilloid. And the vanilloid system is best known for being able to detect toxic signals like capsaicin, the hot thing in hot foods. But it's also a general regulator of the body in general. The cool part is it is linked up to the runner's high. And you often hear about the runner's high being from endorphin and the opioid molecules that we produce, but that doesn't seem to be true. It seems like it might actually be the endocannabinoid system doing that. But this new paper, a microbiome-dependent gut-brain pathway regulates motivation for exercise, that's in Nature magazine, talks about something that makes it even more complex because it is the microbiome, it is the beneficial gut bacteria that you have, which when you exercise, it augments the dopamine signaling during that exercise to give you a boost. So we find that the microbiome-dependent production of endocannabinoid metabolites in the gut then stimulates the activity of the TRPV1 receptor, that's the primary vanilloid receptor, and those neurons, thereby elevating dopamine levels in the ventral striatum during exercise. And the ventral striatum is a dopamine-rich area related to motivation, and so it's a reward center. So it seems like when you run, what happens is your good gut bacteria is saying, produce more endocannabinoids. Those endocannabinoids then signals then travel up the gut-brain axis to your brain and stimulate your dopamine receptors. And your dopamine is often called your neurotransmitters of addiction. So you're getting a nice high burst from these endocannabinoids. And so the reason that people get addicted to running is because of your gut bacteria and your endocannabinoids telling your brain, this is cool.